Hello, everybody.
Hello there on the internet.
Hi, Internet.
Just the precursor for everybody listening. I am sick, and if I start hacking, I might just go. But I'm gonna try to talk as long as I can without dying
Right.
or shitting my pants, one or the other.
um. So, yeah, you're pretty sick. You were telling me before the start of the show.
Well, the majority of it's over, but I still don't feel good. Like after the show last week, my wife and I both came down with a stomach bug, but I also came down with a upper respiratory problem where I'm hacking and coughing and got nasty phlegms. So yeah, there's that. Um, which is more the problem of the show because I'm not shitting myself. It's just that to talk, I might run out of breath and start hacking, and that's no good. Plus, I might sound like shit, so I apologize.
It's fine. You don't have to apologize about anything, man. It's a human function being sick, having a cough and stuff.
Yeah, but it sucks.
Yeah.
The worst thing about cough is it doesn't go away. You'll feel better, but you just still have a cough just hanging on there.
Yeah.
But
I always think of that guy. Have you heard of Jeff the Drunk from the Howard Stern show?
oh yeah, I know who he is. I watched a little bit of the TV show back then.
He's always has a cough that's like starts like for like a minute or something. It's like he's like because
Yeah,
he smokes terribly and drinks and all that shit.
yeah,
Man.
I'm sure he takes good care of himself.
I mean, he sounds worse than you do when you're sick.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Like, I didn't even think about my boss told me the other day, Franklin, you don't get sick, and I'm like, yeah, I don't because I stand, in the cold weather. Granted, I'll have a coat or a jacket on because I'm not retarded, but I stand, in the exposed environment unloading trucks a lot during the day. So I built up a tolerance for cold weather and shit like that. So the fact that I caught something sucks, but
Yeah.
but,
Um.
anyway,
Yeah. Nate's supposed to come on the show. I have his set set up for him when he comes in. He sounded pretty disappointed on the phone though because he was having problems.
come in here.
Well he had his problems with his 3D printer, so he's having his dad trying to help him with that. But he's saying he thinks it's broken or something. He might have to get a new hot end,
Right.
which is for those of you that don't know, that's pretty much the part that like extrudes the liquid plastic out.
Mm. Yeah, my dad would have
Um,
no idea what the fuck to do
it's
with
like a
a 3D printer.
it's like a printer,
My dad's not.
printer head.
Yeah, my dad's not he's mechanically inclined. He can rebuild a car or a lawnmower or anything like that. But a printer, anything technical, no. I love my dad. He's got a computer. A man in his 70s has a computer and has Facebook.
Yeah.
So that's cool. But he doesn't know, and he doesn't know the inner workings. It's all big mystery, a magic box. Uh, it was hilarious. It broke recently, but then he got back on because I feel bad because he lives on Craigslist. But
Yeah.
also for those of you wondering, my lovely wife Morgan picked me up this awesome T-shirt with a picture of the gentleman from Pulp Fiction with kitty heads. Um, and I said to Ian, I was like, "Yeah, you like my shirt?" He's like, "Oh, that's nice." I go, "Yeah, you know who they are, right?" He goes, "No." I'm like, "Well, have you seen Pulp Fiction, right?" He goes, "No." I said, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" So after the show, which should be shorter now that I know he has to see Pulp Fiction, um, he will be watching Pulp Fiction because, god damn it, what is wrong with him?
Well, I'm behind on a lot of those mafia type movies.
It came out in the fucking 90s, Ian. I have it on videotape.
Well,
I
I
have a
mean,
poster
so did
of it,
Goodfellas.
like right over
Or
here
whatever.
behind my bed, ready to mount up.
I've
There are
I,
some, by the way,
I
there are
haven't
some
fully watched the
knickknacks.
Godfather movies, and those
Well, that's
people
different.
rag on me for that.
Those are an investment. These are regular movies. Those are like 5 hours of your life you'll never get back and shit.
But so you're gonna hang that up, huh?
Yeah, I got a poster I used to hang up. I need to frame it. I got a lot of posters actually, but I want to rearrange furniture. And no point in putting stuff up. I put one up and then I realized, well, when I put a desk up, shit's gonna look totally different. So, but there are a few little knickknacks in the Pulp Fiction movies that I actually own that are kind of funny. So I'll, for those of you in the know, I do own a kangaroo. It is on my nightstand. It has a watch on it and a bad motherfucking wallet. Ian does not get any of that.
I know.
I'm speaking jibba jabba to him.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what have you been up to, sir?
Well, I've been up to just working on more LED stuff. I've been
What
I'm gonna start
the hell you
working.
say?
Huh?
You said I've been working on some LED stuff. I said the hell you say?
Yeah, I know.
Ian,
I've been working on.
No. Sir, that's not an LED. That's some kind of metal.
Well, no, these are metal channels. See, I'm gonna make modular things for my LED lights here. See, I have them inside these strips. Yeah. They're just like
that guy I linked
U channels.
Ian?
Yeah.
That guy I linked you to before, he actually had a kind of cool idea. He had LED strips hanging from his bedroom, kind of like how yours are. Yours are mounted directly to the wall, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He hung little strings from the ceiling with what do they call those? Key rings at the end, and then he slid metal channeling with a LED in it, so that he could flip it so that the light would either be hitting the ceiling or coming straight down, depending on what he wanted it to do.
Right. Oh, that's cool.
So it was like suspended just below. So it was drop lighting, basically.
Yeah.
And it was kind of cool. It was, you'd have to get up and physically flip it, but it was low enough that he could reach it without a fucking ladder.
Right, right. Yeah, my idea for these is that probably gonna like drill holes into the metal, and I want to make them so you could like stack more of them, so you could make it as like you could attach more on the side or more on the top, so you could make a whole like panel of them if you wanted,
Oh. Huh.
So you can make like a square panel, then it'd pretty much be like a light. What do you call those light boxes or whatever?
Yeah, for like photography.
Yeah, because I do that photography too, when it doesn't look like shit outside.
Yeah.
And everybody sounds like shit.
Right.
It's just shitty. But yeah. Been breaking down my desk a little bit. My whole desk is like, the other half of it is like bare now, so I'm gonna tear that down so I could reorganize all the cords, and then I'm gonna put up my other LED lights too. Finally, because I'm gonna have to move my desk out and shit,
Uh-huh.
So I figured do the lights first, and then reorganize all my cables and shit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait on doing mine because that's a investment. I gotta get my teeth right before I get a new desk.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Yeah, well, and then you've been working on lights in your desk.
Yeah, I've been catching up on that show. Binge watching a lot of that show, that Green Arrow show, or it's just called Arrow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I watched all the Flash, and I mean, I know people probably make fun of me, but I did check out the Supergirl a little bit.
Well, I mean, everyone has their own taste, and you can't blame you for trying it, checking it out.
Yeah, but I like the episodes where they did a crossover with the Flash and stuff on there because like all these shows are doing crazy crossovers.
Uh huh.
It's almost like you might as well just like make one long show where it's just like a bunch of just Arrow on a bunch of episodes, and they do a bunch of crossovers, and then it's they focus on another character for a little bit.
Uh huh.
Because a lot of times what they have to do is they have to be like, oh yeah, uh this will be continued on like the Arrow or whatever if I'm watching the Flash.
Mm,
And then so you got to keep up on the continuation on that show.
gotcha.
But I don't know. Have you been binge watching anything lately? I mean, I'm sure you probably must have binge watched some shit if you're sick.
Yeah, well, I've actually I normally when I'm like off and not doing anything and feeling fine, I watch a lot of YouTube and shit like that I've been meaning to catch up on. But since I've been sick, I honestly haven't even been watching anything. Like my the sinus problem isn't just like in the lungs; it was my head. So I had my wife and I have really sensitive sinuses. We're like, oh, it's gonna start raining soon, and they're like, what do you mean? Like, my fucking head hurts. It's gonna be. And the next day, fucking rain. So my head was hurting and snot running out. So I literally was just laying in bed with lights off and shit in the dark for the entire day. And my dog's like, "Hey, man," and I'm like, So I literally only watched maybe half of the television I normally watch, which is kind of stupid. But I couldn't. Plus, I couldn't focus because I start watching and be like, "Gonna vomit, sick as a dog."
Gonna vomit.
I kept like Doctor Evil. Have you seen Austin Powers? Sorry, I had to ask.
Austin Powers. What's that? Just messing. Yeah, I have. I've seen all of them, but and only like bits and pieces of that Gold Member movie. That movie really didn't interest me as
Well,
much. So
it's better than like the Love Guru. Everyone hated that. So,
yeah, I
but
like the first two though. Those were pretty good.
this is a video I was telling you about that guy's room where he put lights in, and if you want to watch it later,
Oh, okay, thank you.
I know you don't care, but it's a guy I
No, I
watch.
mean,
He does reviews on products, and he also does like when he tears up something around his house. He literally just wears a GoPro all fucking day, and shit he does, he tapes it, and like some stuff you're like, yeah, man, that's smart. Why didn't I think of that? That's life hack. And other shit you're like, no, you're a fat fuck. Don't ever do that. Because he cooks so much. Well, he was cooking so much that he made a channel just for his cooking shit. Because he cooks, his cousin cooks, and his sister cooks. And I watched a bunch of those, but see, I don't cook. It's just like kind of like the Bob Ross videos. I'd watch a couple of those because you just can doze off, just and then you fall. Uh huh. And they're like mix of food. His are more funny, so you're like, oh, well, okay, guy. My wife can't watch them with me because she yells at him. No, don't put that in there. He's making it wrong.
right.
But
So, oh yeah, did you see uh that insane AMD build that Jay did?
I saw his video about will Ryzen work for gaming, and I started to watch it, and then my wife came home, and then I got on the show. So I haven't
Yeah.
I haven't seen a Jay video in a while. I started watching the last Tech Talk, but I've been on cough syrup. So right after I take it for like 15 minutes, I'm okay, and then I'm floating on a cloud, man. And I come into work
Right.
and they're like, "How are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm coming down off my cough medicine, so right now I'm okay. And I'm at that point where your brain thinks, okay, I'm well again. Let's move around. You're fine. And then 2 seconds after you do something, your body goes, hey, man, the fuck is wrong with you? And you're like, oh, God, yeah, you don't feel good. And you got to grab something. You're like, okay, okay. And then you forget again. You start walking around doing shit like you're fucking healthy. And my boss asked me, do you feel better? I go, no, dangerously. She's like, yeah, I understand. Because I'm normally not active. Like, I don't run and shit, but I don't sit still. You've seen me. I don't not do stuff for 5 seconds. Oh, one thing I did do before I got sick, I changed my guitar strings.
Oh yeah, you
I
said you were gonna do that. I think.
well, I had to do it because my I went through all the trouble of resetting my guitar plugins because I play my guitar on my computer because I can record stuff and play back, and I have a full size amp, which is fucking stupid if you're playing in a bedroom because to get bedroom volume and a giant amp, you're just not good. You're not using the whole thing. It's like having a Ferrari and going 10 miles an hour.
Right.
So all you're doing is wearing the shit out of that volume knob by turning it way down and then slightly up. I ruined it, by the way, by doing that. I played it in my bedroom for a year without taking it out to guys' houses and with drummers and shit. If I go to their house and set it up, as soon as I get off of the zero, it starts to get a little creaky, and then once I crank it to two, it's like okay. But anything
Yeah.
like 0 to 1 is like kind of sketchy. But anyway, I was trying to get the sound to come back out of this thing because it wasn't giving me a monitor in my ears and it wasn't recording. And it finally was working. I said, "All right," and I play for literally 2 seconds, and I break a string. And I was like, "Well, I haven't changed these in a while," so I ordered a set, and I got got them in the mail, replace them, and they're the fuck. You buy them by the size, and there's different gauges, but you know what you bought last time. The last ones I bought were 13s because that's the heaviest number is 13, and then it goes down from there. So I thought these were going to be the same, and oh no, they call them baritone strings for the next step down from what I have because a guitar is technically a what is it treble? It's treble clef, so I guess it's higher than baritone. So tenor. Anyway,
What
it's
are
a
strings made out of? Is that like
metal.
a metal? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, on electric guitar, you can buy nylon strings for an acoustic. Uh, I play a semi hollow body most of the time. So what I got are they consider them jazz strings because they're like I said I prefer them on the heavy side. So I was like, well, okay, I'll get these. They're Diodarios, the cheapos you can pick up in any music store. And I put them on, and they're like bass strings. They're like bass guitar strings. They're the fattest strings I ever played. And I was like, oh my god, okay, well. And the baritone strings, which are the next step up, but apparently the same gauge, like I said, those are for the guys who play like Corn and stuff like that, where you drop the
Right.
guitar down to A, and it's basically a bass. Do do do, Excuse me.
Yep.
And yeah, so I changed the string. It was funny. I was tuning really low to take a string out, or I thought I was, and I wasn't paying attention, and I was tuning it too high by accident. It was one of the high strings, and smacked my thumb and cut it. I got a big old line
Ew.
across my fingernail. I'm just lucky. I'm always afraid of a string breaking and getting in my eye because I saw a video of one of Green Day's guitar techs back in the day. A string broke and got in his eye, and he had to go to the
Ah.
hospital and they had to drill it out.
Ah.
Yeah, so when I have to tune a guitar or tinker with it, like other than a couple turns, I like face it this way and shit because I'm so afraid of something getting my eyes. But
I
yeah, it
wonder how.
snapped and hit my thumb.
Damn, man. I
And
wonder how
like
a
I didn't
guitar
know.
string or
Huh?
a fishing line would sound plucking at that.
Well, I mean, guitar is a wrapped nickel metal. So
Right.
like, but
Oh, they have
yeah,
some like nearly indestructible or unbreakable
yeah,
like fishing line or whatever.
yeah. In case you got a giant one that you don't want to let get away.
Yeah.
I
Are you
like,
the type of person that collects some of those like really flashy guitar picks or whatever?
um, no, I
No.
mean, I have a bunch of guitar picks, or I did. Um, I kind of stick with what works. I'm not the most gentle lover with a guitar. Um,
Well, like what are the variations of those? Or is it just like the size and
well, there's
stuff
different
or
kinds and
thickness?
different, just like the strings, they're different gauges. Um, it's based on how aggressive you are with your playing and your attack, and also what you're playing on. Because you could buy, I buy a lot of actual bass guitar picks, even though when I play bass, I finger pick. Um, because my roots are rooted in punk rock and metal, so I downs just strum the shit out of everything very hard and fast. And my picks, if I don't get the thickest I can find, they wear down to little nubs actually within a couple weeks. Uh, this one's actually even
Shit.
starting to do that, and it's like, I don't know if that shows on camera,
Huh.
but it's fairly thick. I had another one, which like I said is a bass pick called a big stubby. There's another one called a little stubby, which I don't use because it's so little, it's ridiculous. But they wear flat on the end if you're too aggressive with them. Like I don't know how that shows. Like, here's a brand new one versus one that I played for a while, right next to each
Uh,
other, and you can see the purple.
yeah.
But yeah,
That would
I'll wear the fuck out of them.
that would suck if your nickname was Little Stubby.
Yeah, well, depends on how you get it. But
uh,
yeah, I've got a few picks, not as many as I'd like.
some
Just
people
enough
will.
to play.
Do you have like what is people put that on? Like they'll have like a whole grid of them on display or something, like on
No,
a
I
glass or some shit.
yeah, no, I have a little dispenser that you with a double tape back that you can stick on stuff. Like I stick them to their guitar on the back so they can just reach, grab another pick. I just had it
Okay.
sitting somewhere, and then I have a like a Miller High Life cup with all my. I got a set of wire cutters to cut the ends off the strings because the more string you leave on the end of it, the better the sound is supposed to be. Is what the old wives' tale is. But I don't like a bunch of fucking string hanging off. Like a lot of guys are really artsy with it, and they have like a whole foot of string hanging off. That gets in my fucking way.
Yeah.
So I winded up a couple extra turns to get some on there. Supposedly BB King would do the entire length of the string, but I doubt he did that by himself. I think that was a guitar tech. But anyway,
I wonder
back.
who if people are like 3D printing out crazy custom pics. That would be super cool.
Well, I mean, you don't really have to. They sell a punch that's like a hole punch that punches out a guitar pick. So you could take like records and old credit cards and punch out picks with that. Anything durable enough, you could buy paper picks if you're really light on them, or if you don't play
Well,
that often.
the nice thing
Uh,
about the ones that you were showing me was they look like they have a nice bevel going
well,
inwards or whatever, you know.
well, they do now. They got wore the fuck out. I seriously, if they have a heavy set
Uh,
of picks, I buy the heaviest ones. They cost like $1 or two when I buy them. I get the little cheapos that are only a couple cents, and they literally last me, a couple days, and I can't even play
shit.
with them. They break in. I've had them break in half. They're but I'm just too aggressive. If I'd play without a pick for too long, I mess up my thumbnail.
Do
But
some people like keep their thumbnail like really long? They use it as a pick.
well, really, if you finger pick, there's different styles of finger picking. Even we've got I believe our one male listener that's commented a few times. He's a musician too, so he'll agree with me. There are different styles if you play guitar that uh, there are different styles of finger picking where you can have like banjos, how they have the little picks, a pick attached to their, I think it's their thumb. You can slide them on your fingers and use those to grab onto strings individually. Or if you're just good enough, you can use what they call the clog uh, thing with your hand. You can just pick all the. My instructor that I took lessons from, he didn't use a pick. He just stood there and he would pick every string individually with his fingers from knowing where they were at. Um, but some, like what's his name, that got that Spanish guy Esteban, who would sell guitars on QVC. Esteban's guitar, how to play. He would. He was a flamenco player. He had like his one hand had really long fingernails, and he would pick with it. I think it was more for show because picking with your fingernail after a while would hurt.
That's
a guy who Stevie Ray Vaughan would tear up his thumbnail like a lot of times when he would play because he, even using a pick, he would strum too close and smack his fingers against it, and it would crack his fingernail.
It's like you see somebody with a fingernail, and it's like either he's a guitar player or he's a drug dealer.
Coke dealer.
Yeah,
I actually
like
got caught off by
scooping up that crack with it.
And he pulled up in front of me. His bumper. He had a bumper sticker that said "Guitar player's finger better," and I hadn't seen that since a couple of years ago. I went to a concert and I saw that in the bathroom of the club. I was like, "Oh, I forgot about that sticker." But
what are you drinking, man? Let's have some pop talk.
I had to get a sangria blast. If apparently Taco Bell is getting out of the game of doing extra large.
Oh man,
that's what I ordered in one store, and the guy's like, "Oh man, sorry, we're getting out of that. We don't have any. The other store has them, but they're like, yeah, we are getting rid of that." I'm like, shit. Why? They're large is stupid.
Yeah, they got a giant bin of these here at the Marks. I got a bunch of these.
Have fun for your money and save at Marks.
I'm surprised they haven't. The bin has stayed pretty full for a while, so either they're not really selling that well there, or they're not. Are they keeping their stock up?
I don't know. I've been kind of mad because I found out that Ecto Cooler is finally kind of going away out of stock. Like the seller that I bought from previously, it was out of stock, currently unavailable. And then the other guy that's selling it for $50 a case is still selling it. And I'm like, God damn. And I got 2 cases, but when I drink that, then what? So.
I hate on Amazon how they hold on. Hey, buddy. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, buddy.
Rolling not as bad as I'm doing, right?
Why you got your jacket on?
I don't know why I got my jacket on, honestly.
Take off your pants and jacket. Nate doesn't know and comes in and does his first face reveal on the show ever. While Ian can't hear me. Oh shit, he's got his headphones on. Quit talking about him.
Yeah.
Damn straight, get off.
Oh, not you. I was saying Nate comes in and unknowingly does his first face reveal ever.
That's right.
No, it's pointing this way. Nate was not in the picture at all, I don't think.
Just his ass.
So,
have you seen this ass?
No. I know a guy who at work, his ass is always hanging out when he goes to pick something up. And I told another guy, and he says, "Oh no, what's worse? The other day he bent over so bad his balls were showing."
They can't see that. He's showing off Superman's ass.
Where's his head?
Hold on, let me.
All I see is red and yeah. Your lights give you a what's that guy?
Michael Bay effect.
Yeah, Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Glow.
Well, Nate, by the way, that's for you there.
Oh.
You might not want to open it though right away since you just knocked it over.
Too late now. He's like, I don't care. It's not my couch. Fuck your couch.
Don't you know Crystal Pepsi doesn't explode?
I did not know that.
Well, at least I've never seen a Crystal Pepsi explode.
Well, did you also know that the word gullible is not in the dictionary?
And it didn't explode.
Yeah, I was just telling the audience about they have a whole giant bin at Mark's of these, which is surprisingly staying full.
Apparently, they sold Ecto Cooler at Mark's, but then they were like limited. So if you could look for it next time you're there for me, it's in the high C stuff. It's in the juice. If they got it.
No, I'm assuming you told them that what happened, right?
Yeah, I mentioned something. Was there any other updates?
Basically, it's my dad rushed pulling the extruder filament out because he just wanted to get it over with or whatnot, or he rushed it. And basically, it's got this little bit of filament in the Bowden tube, and it's stuck.
Oh.
So, do you have to replace the Bowden tube?
Oh, and problem is, Robo 3D, they're sold out.
So it's your dad's fault.
Well,
you don't want to say yes, but yes.
Well, like, he's the one who decided to help me. So, like, if I would have done it myself, I probably would have broke it too. So I'm not going to blame him. He was supposed to wait till it was at 165 degrees, but he tried to pull it out when it was at 0, or it was at 210.
So do you know, are you going to try to research other ways of getting that out?
I'm probably going to look for another hot end that is compatible, that's cheap, because if this happens again, I'm not gonna like, I don't see why you, like, it's all cool and nice to have a hot end that's like $80 that can do flexible filaments, but if it gets jammed, you're out $80. That happens 5 times. You might as well have bought a new printer.
Well, I was going to say this could be a blessing in disguise, as far as then you could get one of those really cool hot ends then, you know?
Oh, no, like, I am not buying the E3. I thought about buying the E3D. You know how much it is? It's $88 for the hot end.
Well, you paid like $800 for your printer, so I mean, that's, Frank, I'm not a mathematician, but I would say that's not too bad, is it?
What now?
So for something that could, like, go haywire at any given point in time when using it, like on a regular basis, would you spend $80 on something, or would you buy the $18 version?
Excuse me. I'd probably buy a shit ton of the $18 ones and
exactly
the 80. Because then if it fucking breaks, if the $80 one's gonna fucking break anyway, might as well use the $18 one.
Right.
Well, how do you know a better one wouldn't break though?
Like, basically, the Bowden tube is a piece of metal, so it's only made out. It's a different metal type. So, and then the E3D hot end, that's the only thing that allows it to get to a hotter temperature is it has the thermocoupler going into the metal tube, and that heats up the plastic. It heats up the metal, which heats up the Bowden tube. So the only difference is it's made out of a different, like, metal alloy, like, percentage.
Right.
Because it's not that complex of a part. In fact, like, I think they have on Alibaba, like, they have them for like $4. Because they decided to go through the E3D. It has like the rip wraps have them for like $18.
I mean, if you could find one that does the job pretty good, then
I mean, it's worth
to you.
I'm gonna try the $18 version because like if the $18 version can do what the 80 does, if it breaks 4 times, then I'm like, well,
I mean, you've
Right.
had the printer for a while, so I mean, it's not too bad. Like if you have to replace it every once in a while.
I'm upset that like they said that they would always have the parts readily available, and like they're sold out of everything.
So there's no available, like, even if don't you have a warranty on it or whatever though?
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Like, where are the warranty parts? They sold out of everything.
Well, I mean, they could give you your money back, I suppose, if you wanted. You could get another printer.
Oh, I'm not giving up on the printing. I really like the 3D printing. I've
Well,
started.
I'm saying you could get another 3D printer, a different one.
Well, that's just it. Like, only the hot end needs to be changed. Like,
Okay, so
Okay. Well, that's hopefully it'll work out for you, man.
yep.
are we at the news time, Ian?
Well, if that's all that was going on with Nate.
Yep.
Nate's like Ben, he doesn't share much.
Well, actually, I did want to get his opinion on those 2 gaming articles that we did last time about the what is it? Oh yeah, how the video game is lobbying against your right to repair consoles. So they're going after these. They want to make it how you can, like, they want to be like Apple, where you can only go through them to get your shit fixed instead of going to these other repair places that has the tool, like the proprietary manuals and tools and stuff to fix your Xbox and stuff like that.
Like,
what do you think about that?
I mean, I smell something stinky. I think they're full of shit. But like what do they got to do? Put on some, like, they already have a sticker on there that'd be like, okay, it voids your warranty. Like, that's all they can do. Like, what else are they going to do? Are they going to make new tools and then China's going to sell us different tools? Like, what could you possibly do to prevent us?
Well, they control it as far as I guess they want to make laws to make it illegal to be able to have a shop and be able to repair it.
Apple tried that with, you can't reverse engineer, and then they're like, yes, you can.
They're trying to make laws? Are they insane?
Yeah, well, that's what lobbying is.
Yeah, they're trying to grease palms.
Plus, they have
what all consoles
hurt these repair places is right now they're able to have access to like specific manuals and specific like tools and stuff to be able to repair the stuff.
Oh, I mean, like, that stuff's readily available on the internet. Like, you'd have to shut down the whole internet.
Well, Trump's trying to do that.
Well, I just know, I'm not sure specifically, but I know that like right now they're able to get stuff from the video game companies. They'd be like, hey, we want to be able to fix these consoles, and right now the game companies, I guess, are okay with it, but then they're changing their mind,
They're probably more worried about mod chips.
Well, that was the main reason that they're trying to do this, is because they're worried about modding and stuff. They're worried about the copyright stuff.
And that's the thing. Like, you're not gonna stop it because like they're worried about mod chips, but like you got mod chips, and then you got soft modding, and that's software prop. That's not a hardware thing.
Right.
And it's pretty much your own fault for making crappy code. Yeah. So wrong end. Sorry, guys.
But pretty much they want to just shut down the actual shops. They want to make it illegal for you to have a business that's revolved around fixing game consoles, right, Frank? Isn't that pretty shitty?
That is pretty shitty, considering like I know
Xbox repair shop.
like I know they currently want to have you have to have a license in order to if you work on like a firearm like and stuff, you have to have like a license, and it costs like a couple $1,000s a year, to the point where it's not affordable.
It's cost prohibitive.
It's cost prohibitive. Yeah.
Yeah. And also we talked about the Xbox is trying to do a Game Pass thing where it's pretty much like Netflix but for video games, so you could have access to a whole bunch of video games on the Xbox.
So in other words, they don't want to sell you software anymore, they just want to rent it to you.
Yeah,
I assume it's to try it out, and then if you want to fucking buy it, just buy it.
I would be worried that they're going to be like, "Oh yeah, you can't own software anymore." Like Autodesk 3D is doing this right now, where they're buying out all these little companies that make the 3D software, like NetFab and like a bunch of other ones.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're trying to do. That's a separate issue. I mean, a lot of software companies are going more cloud-based and stuff like Adobe. You can only get their stuff on a rental basis, you know?
I mean, like even if you do have the hard disk version of a game, you still don't own the game because the patches come out and you can't play the fucking game without the patches.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I think that is like top-level bullshit. Like,
well, I mean, you don't like those you don't like services like Netflix and like Spot or like
I like
Music, Apple Music or whatever, where you pay for
I like
shit at your fingertips, you know.
I like services like that, but then you get it's like, Ian, would you like it if you could only get movies through Netflix? What if that happened?
Well, I hope that would suck if that happened.
That would suck. That's right. And like, what if you couldn't own it? That would be like a monopoly. Oh wait, yeah, that is exactly what it is. It's a monopoly.
Yeah, I mean that's an issue. I just wanted to get your opinion as far as like.
And no offense, like Netflix isn't trying to do this because there's no way they could do it, but Xbox, they totally could pull this off. They could make it a monopoly.
Yeah.
Like maybe not the current games, but like the current softwares, they could be like, if you want to sell software through us, it's only cloud based, and then. Well, they've been trying to go to all digital, or like you had to pay $5 in order to use physical discs. They've tried to get rid of the physical disc for some time now.
Yeah, but the thing is, people will go to PS4 or they'll just buy a fucking computer like I did.
Right.
So I would say it wouldn't be really that profitable for them because in the article that I had it from, it said that they really don't do like the newest AAA game titles in this thing. It's more of like if you just want to have like a bunch of, you know, like sort of new, decent games.
That's why we were
middle of the road.
Netflix, because Netflix, you don't get the latest and greatest movies. You get Ace Ventura and Shawshank Redemption.
If they did, they would lose money on that a lot, wouldn't they? I mean,
not necessarily.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you could play Mass Effect on fucking, for $10 a month instead of buying it.
No, they'd make a lot of money, but then they'd lose customers to the point where, like, honestly, if I had to rent all my video games, I just wouldn't play video games. Like, period.
For $10 a month versus however much it costs to buy a video game? Really?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Why? What logic is in that? I don't understand it.
Okay. How long does it take you to beat a video game, Frank?
I don't know. I haven't played one through to completion in years.
Exactly, years.
No, so what? I didn't. Nope. Wait. Let me I did not say that. Nate.
I'm saying.
I said I haven't played one to completion in years. I didn't say it takes. If you sit down and play a campaign all the way through, they've showed you can beat Fallout 4 in several hours. So.
I don't know anybody that took a couple of years unless if you're barely playing.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the average person doesn't sit down like nonstop and play a video game nonstop. They take it up in breaks.
No, I play for 8 hours at a stretch.
Right.
And then I play again the next night. So Granted, that's only on weekends. So that's
Right, only on weekends. So like
that's 16 hours a week. That's half a fucking work week.
Still, there's some people that play 2 hours a night here and there, and like, what if you're paying $10 a month to play 8 hours of gaming?
Oh, okay, hold on, Nate. You want to do math now? Let's be big boys and get out the calculator here. Hold on, let me get my handy dandy calculator. Okay, calculator. Okay, so if you're doing in, let's say it's a month, so that's how many weeks are a month? 4 weeks. So 4 times 2, right? Because that's two nights in a weekend.
Right.
And 4 weeks, when there's a weekend every week, so that's 4 times 2, so that's 8. Right? So 8 hours times 8 days. So that's 64. So your $10 divided by your hours. Whoops. Your $10 divided by your, did I say what, 64?
Right. I am not going to pay 64 cents an hour. That is some bullshit.
That's not what I came up with.
Oh, what did you come up with?
I said your $10 divided by 64 hours.
Sorry, wrong.
Right? Your dollars divided by hours is how much you're getting per hour, right? Or am I doing it backwards? Right. That would be that's 15 cents an hour.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's not worth 15 cents an hour for you for.
Well,
no.
I mean, I think we can agree though. Either way, you're probably spending tons of money all the time on video games, anyways. Don't you think it would be cheaper for you than paying?
Okay. Let's look at this
money all the time
again, Nate. In that same 4 weeks, how much do you spend on buying a game? In a month, how many games do you buy?
Okay, that is a fair statement. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're kind of trying to find out.
But okay.
That's question. That's question.
No, I'm gonna ask. Okay, so let's say if I played Skyrim 184 hours, 184 hours times 15 cents. Do the math.
Oh boy, I gotta pull my calculator back up. I closed the fucking thing. Let's see, calculator. Okay, what was your thing?
184 hours
times 15 cents.
Yep.
$27.60.
How much?
$27.60. So it's still cheaper than the cheapest version of Skyrim.
Skyrim is $5, man.
When it was new, if they sold we're talking about if they sold their new games, and you're not going to try to beat an old game, you're going to buy a new game.
Not necessarily. But
oh Jesus! Now you're arguing with me just to fucking argue.
Sometimes, yes, but not always.
Say, what out of the sum total of video games, what do you think how many video games how much money you think you've spent in a year? Which would be, if you do this service, it would be $120.
Skyrim is $19. The Elder Scrolls Skyrim Special Edition is $40.
Right.
So I'm not talking sale price here. $20.
Oh, you're not talking sale price.
No. You think they're going to offer you a sale versus what you can get per? Because this is not just Skyrim, motherfucker.
But I mean, we're not talking like you're paying for a single game.
You didn't answer my question. You gave me a question, which is not what you do. You're a politician now. How much in 4 weeks, which is 4 weeks, a month, how much do you spend on video games?
Let's see. This month I bought Dark Souls 3 for $14.
Okay.
And then I bought Final Fantasy 15 for $20.
So was that 14 and 20?
Mm-hmm.
That's $34.
So that's more than you would have spent if you just paid $10.
Yeah, I mean, don't you think on average you probably spend more on video games than $10 a month? Isn't that a fair assessment then?
Honestly, no. Like, not anymore. Like, oh, before, absolutely. But, like, I don't buy as many video games as I do.
Well, you bought
Or I
2
used
and
to.
you spent $34.
That's because I got a brand new system.
Oh, did you get the
Brand-
Switch?
Yeah, I got the PS4. That's what happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, no. That's because I got a brand new system. Like, normally I don't spend that much in video games a month. Like,
I don't believe that because you're a hardcore gamer, man.
I am a hardcore gamer.
And you just flat out told us not true because you said I don't spend more than $10, which you
Well,
said
that's
34.
for this month. I'm not.
I'm
gonna
saying no. I'm
this
saying
month.
for this month. Like, usually I get the games I want at the cheapest price available,
Mhm.
and then I hold out for a while, and then I wait a while till it's at the cheapest price
Okay.
available, and then I get it again.
In a 12-month period, sir, how many months do you buy video games?
It really depends on what games come out.
In
Like,
a
there's
year,
some months.
in a year, sir, 12 months. How many months do you buy video games?
Again, it depends on what months they come out. Like,
Those are
I-
included in the year.
Well,
No.
it's a fair assessment to ask you. You think in the past year you spent more than $120 on video games?
probably.
Oh, there you go. I mean, that's the thing that sucks about the service, though, is you don't get the latest and greatest or whatever. It's kind of meant for hardcore gamers, but not really at the same time because it doesn't. Hardcore gamers would want to be into the AAA titles. They would want to get the latest and greatest. So, I mean, it probably wouldn't be applicable to you in your situation if you don't like play a whole lot. Like you don't even beat the video games a lot that often because you say you don't have a lot of, you don't keep you're not dedicated to them as much or whatever, right?
Not anymore. Like, I used to be super dedicated. I play all the way through, beat the game, and then something happened, and now I buy them faster than I can beat them, and I don't know what it is, and I'm trying to stop buying video games and beat the ones I have before I buy new ones.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
I guess so.
Because why buy more video games than you could ever beat in an entire lifetime?
Right.
Is Frank frozen?
Frank?
No,
Okay,
let it
Okay.
go. Let it go.
frozen.
No.
He's a Disney movie. I knew it. I knew he's a Disney movie.
So,
Yeah.
is it time for the news now that we've?
Yeah, sorry
Oh, yeah.
about that. We haven't
Sorry.
had Nate on in a while, so I figured we'd do some catch up.
We'll just cut 4 news stories out, just all of them.
We'll just get into it. I'm not even gonna do the music unless we want to do the music, Frank.
Da news.
Yeah,
Uh,
music would be cool.
All right.
Okay, fine.
Live from the studio downtown, where the fuck is that? The news with Ian. Also, Nate.
Yeah.
Yep.
You were trying to say something. I couldn't tell at all what you were saying.
I was like, this week and is joining us live from his studio in downtown, wherever the fuck he's at.
By the way, Nate, what are your thoughts on the Switch so far? Because I heard a lot of mixed things about it.
Looks nifty, but only Zelda right now, so not paying.
Did they do the old bait and switch? No, I leaving.
I'm saying right now, if you can only get Zelda, well, I mean, there are other games, but let's face it,
Slow.
you're only gonna play Zelda
Because the other ones blow.
I haven't played the other ones, but they probably blow. Yeah.
Yeah, the commercials look like they blow.
I actually watched that video about Barnacle was testing out the rumor about because they're like the little cartridges for the Switch are supposed to have this chemical on them that gives a bitter taste, so like children won't swallow the little SD cards.
Oh, the taste.
I've heard
I saw
about
that.
I've heard of that comical. They were going to put those on the Buckyballs, and then they're like, no, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah. But he licked it, and he said it tasted really bitter. So, and he compared them to other like Nintendo 64 cartridges and other like 3DS and stuff, and they just taste like plastic. So, yeah. Anyways, this one is about Disney develops room with a ubiquitous wireless charging. Researchers have built a prototype room that will allow multiple devices to be charged wirelessly while in the room,
including your soul. It's really a room where they suck out souls for Walt Disney.
Yeah.
It's on ice.
Yeah. So it does this by tapping quasi-static cavity resonance. Researchers discovered they could generate magnetic fields inside specially built structures to deliver kilowatts of power to mobile devices inside the structure. This new innovative method will make it possible for electrical power to become as ubiquitous as Wi-Fi. Allenson, Sample Associate Lab Director and Principal Researcher Scientist at Disney Research.
It kind of sounds like a Tesla coil.
.org. Yeah, it's similar to that, I guess. Pretty much, where they have like a giant. They showed a video of it, like a giant like pole.
Now, here's the question of the day:
in the middle of the room,
are radios still gonna blow up? I want to bring a bunch of radios in. That's what I want to know.
Why do you think the radios will blow up?
Because I remember at the Science Museum, and they banned the Tesla coil because a bunch of radios blew up, if I remember correctly.
Well, they said they made it safe enough for people to be in there without being, like getting electrocuted or whatever. I guess as long as you're not like too close to the pole or you don't like touch it or something,
Well, I want to touch it. Want to touch
Of course you do.
it. Kitty at the foot, and I want to touch it.
What do you think, Frank?
I'm confused by this article.
Why?
This sounds dangerous. Yeah, we can charge your phone without touching it, but don't fucking worry, you're healthy and fine. No.
Unless of course you have a pacemaker, and then it would kill you.
Or there are electrical balances to shit in your body that if you drink too much water, it throws your fucking shit off and can kill you. I mean, this sounds bad.
It also Tesla coils also produce intense radio frequency interference, and Tesla coils can easily destroy any type of electrical equipment in the air or connected through common AC wiring. So if your thing has wiring through computers or televisions.
Well, the way it does it is by using magnetic coils in the giant pole in the room and inside of the device or whatever. So you'd have to have a coil manufactured in the things that would resonate at the same magnetic frequency.
Oh, I see. So it's like it has to have a coil. So like it's like a wireless charging thing. If they can get it safe, good for them. But like I ain't testing that shit.
Nah, son, nah. My nads are more important to me, man. I don't want to be. Did you ever see? What the fuck was that movie? The Ghost in the Machine? Not the Ghost in the Shell. That's a different movie. Like
Ghost in the Shell.
No, this is a different movie.
I know. I'm just
This
messing.
on
Ghost in the
HBO
Shell?
back in the. It was on HBO in between episodes. Like they would play the Leprechaun movie, and this prisoner gets electrocuted, but then after he dies, his ghost goes into the electrical.
Ghost in the Shell standalone complex.
No, his soul goes into the electrical grid, and he finds the bitch that was testified against him, and electrocutes her and shit. That's what's gonna happen. You're just gonna be doing your dishes, and all of a sudden the dishwasher's gonna blow up, and you're gonna be fried. That's what that's why I imagine you're gonna look like if you get electrocuted by this fucking thing. You just
Kokaku Kido Tai. English subtitles. The Ghost in the Shell.
No. This was a 90s movie film that wasn't a cartoon.
Oh.
Yes. Let me look. I did bother looking it up. Now you fuckers are confusing it with something I told you it's not. So now I got to look it up.
Puppet Master.
No, that was different.
Laughing Man.
Well, should I continue on?
As soon as I start typing, Ghost in the Machine. Let me see. 1967. No, that's not it. 67.
Yeah, just go on to the next story.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll
he's
let
looking
you know.
at...
Wait. Hold on. I might have found it.
Go to the next story.
Fuck you, I found it.
Moving on.
Launched.
Ghost in the Machine, 93. Is a technician in computer store, is also known as stealing people's identities. No, this is something different. Okay.
Oh, Jesus
Move on.
Christ. Wikileaks unleashes Vault 7 series largest ever leak on the CIA. WikiLeaks has released a massive stash of confidential documents in what could be the biggest ever leak involving the Central Intelligence Agency. The leak marks the very first installment of the WikiLeaks latest series, codenamed Vault 7, in which the whistleblowing platform focuses on the CIA's internal covert operations, including spying protocols and hacking practices. There's a lot of shit that goes into this, so I don't understand all of it, but I know one of these posts says the CIA has tools to remote control chips in cars, trucks, planes, medical devices, and hospital tech with assassination potential.
Well, of course. Everybody knows that crap.
Yeah.
That's old news. Wait, did you say hospitals?
Yeah.
I knew about the cars.
Now, a lot of these are like hacking tools for various hacking things. Like there's just a lot more shit that they can do, I guess, supposedly.
Does it mean they've done it? We'll never really know.
Right.
What?
Philip DeFranco, I should link that video too. He did a lengthy thing about it. What do you think of this stuff? Are these people that release this stuff about the CIA? Are they terrorists because they're putting us in danger?
Stuff, if you whistleblow, you're technically a treasonist, aren't you?
Technically, yeah. Like, okay.
Oh,
if
hey, it
I-
was Ghost in the Machine. Okay.
yeah, okay. Anyway.
Hold on.
Are you happy now?
No. Keep going. I'm looking. I'm...
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway,
Please,
like,
go ahead, Nate.
so if you're like a whistleblower, and it I guess it really depends on what you're whistleblowing on. Like, if you be like
As long as you're not involving like specific people putting their lives
in danger, yeah. Like, if you were going to be like, list of CIA operatives in the field right now, and here's a list of that, like, people are going to die from that shit.
Right.
Now, like,
I want to know the general bad things that they're doing to the people in general, right?
Like, I don't know, like, it really depends on what it is. But are they trying? I suppose when you're a whistleblower and you get a hold of a piece of information, you don't necessarily know what you're getting, unless you do. In which case, why would you pick this?
Well, like when everybody found out all of that shit about how they're able to listen in on your phone calls and text messages and stuff.
Oh, and then
like,
they get the Faraday cages and stuff.
No, I mean, like, should we have had the right to know that stuff?
Like
they didn't even want you knowing that you could. There's like certain words and phrases that you could say that will trigger a machine to pay attention to what you're saying on the phone.
Like, considering most of that stuff's illegal for them to do anyway, like, it's a gray area. Like,
Yeah.
But there are some things that, like, if something bad were to happen, like, it would be a good thing to whistleblow. And then there's other things, oh no, it's never a good idea to whistleblow on those things.
Yeah.
But it really depends on what it is. Because it can flip the world on its head, you know?
Yeah. Well, what if we all knew each other's secrets? So wouldn't that be more even ground then?
Oh man, like, everybody just be black. Well, nobody could really blackmail each other anymore, but like at the same time, I don't know.
We don't have all the answers, do we, Nate?
We don't have all the answers.
Well, I have the answer.
Do you finally have an answer, Frank?
Yeah, it was
It's Ghost in the Shell.
1993. Here's the trailer if you guys ever want to watch it.
Okay.
I think
the main thing I remember is the babysitter being killed in by a dishwasher.
Is that movie like Lawnmower Man or something?
No, it's bad. By the way, I've also forgot to mention I got a free book for my Kindle. I was reading
Ghost in the Shell.
No, and it was so bad. I was enjoying it. I ended up paying for the sequel.
Oh.
I paid 99 cents for Shitty Book Volume 2.
Oh yeah, Frank, show your shirt to Nate, your Pulp Fiction shirt.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, I thought that was like a Gundam robot at this angle, but I can see the cat now.
And hold on, Nate, have you seen Pulp Fiction?
Of course I've seen Pulp Fiction.
Apparently Ian has not.
No, I haven't seen that, and I haven't sat down and watched the Godfather movies.
Yeah, but The Godfather takes like 5 hours of your life. The Pulp Fiction is a regular fucking movie. What the fuck is your problem, man? Get your shit together.
Hey, it's not as bad. Where did those movies that we were assigned that your girlfriend hasn't seen yet?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of a long, drawn-out movie.
What else?
It's like an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah,
man.
she didn't see Office Space either.
Well, okay, she's a horrible, horrible person then. Now, there's some stuff my wife was like, you didn't see that? Who did I marry? And I'm like, I don't know, honey. But too late now. Too late now. I hadn't seen Goonies until I met my wife.
Did you see the Goonies, Nate?
Of course I've seen the Goonies. What's wrong with you?
Ian, have you?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, I didn't.
I
see
saw
it
the
until a
video.
couple years
Have you guys seen The Wizard of Oz?
ago.
Which one?
The
The
Wiz.
remake? The original or?
The one with Michael Jackson in it.
That's the Wiz. Okay, on to
That movie's weird.
What are we up to now, sir?
Okay, next story.
Well, did you have any opinions on the CIA shit?
About the CIA. What the CIA is doing is bad, but leaking it to us is technically treason. So,
Are you saying
but
two
yeah,
rights, wrongs don't make a right?
but 2 rights make a left. Or no, wait, 3 rights, right?
Right.
Right.
Maybe 4 rights. It's 1, 2, 3,
No.
or 4 rights.
No, it's 3, because if you do 4, you're just going straight back up.
So Ghost in the Shell?
No. Hey, an N64 coffee table base.
Cool. Anyways, this
What we got here?
one is about Candy Crush dev strikes again and super trademark trolls. Okay, the makers of Candy Crush Saga.
Hey,
who
Doug's
have-
here. Hi, Doug.
Oh, hey, Doug.
Oh, hey, Doug.
What up, bitches?
What you doing there, sir?
Oh, well, just kind of sitting around, watching some YouTube. After my wife went to bed, I'm like, well, I'll go ahead and jump in on this shiznit.
We were just talking about the Nintendo Switch and how awesome it was.
Fuck that piece of fucking bull, fucking shit, fucking fuck. Oh my goodness,
Oh,
the dead
shit.
fucking pixels and the
We were
fucking
just kidding,
broken-ass
man. Like,
fucking
we were
software.
talking about it.
Doug's freezing. He broke his connection. Getting so mad.
Shit, fuck that piece of shit. Fuck
So you want-
that shit.
You want us to come together and buy you one, Doug? Is that what you're telling us?
You know what? No. You know what? This is what I want. I want you to do that. What I want is I want you to buy me one that I can break live on YouTube, like Francis just did like 2 days ago. Just like even if it doesn't fucking work, give me a 9mm and at least 50 yards to shoot it at. Okay, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah.
Boogie.
Oh, shit.
You like Boogie?
Tell us what you really feel, Doug.
He's blowing you kisses, Ian. You like Pootie Pie.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so onto this pressing story about Candy Crush.
This
Okay,
is what
so-
the fuck I come in on. Shit. Fuck.
Well, it's pretty much these people, the makers of Candy Crush, are trying to go after any video game with super in the title.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Fucking hell.
They're literally super trolls.
You know, because hey guys, by the way, have a super March 10th. Spell it out. MAR 10 Mario. Okay.
Are we gonna call this episode Super Soups?
No, we'll call it Super March 10th. No one can argue with that.
Right.
Weak sauce.
You got any opinions on that, Nate?
What's your problem? Like, I understand no one's playing your game anymore, but dang.
It's them wanting money.
Yeah.
Well, isn't this the same company who tried to trademark Candy and then tried to trademark Crush individually? If I'm not
Right.
mistaken, I think it's the same fucking dipshit company. So when you really stop to think about it, it's not really that surprising.
I wonder if
Oh,
they'll
of
try to
course.
copyright React.
Don't fucking get me started on those two dipshits.
Oh, okay. Doug, what do you think about the React controversy?
Fucking morons.
Wait, I don't know about this.
Really?
I don't.
Okay, last year, like the YouTube shows like Elders React, Kids React, YouTubers React. It's all the same company, the Fine Brothers Entertainment umbrella, and everybody does React videos on YouTube. Tons of people do it. Like they're watching like a trailer or a music video, and it's like in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And all of a sudden, people started getting hit with copyright strikes on their videos from the Fine Brothers, saying that they stole their format. So then, like a week and a half later, they announced React World, to where you get to license out the Fine Brothers trademarks to use on your own, and you pay them like 10% of your earnings. Well, number one, you don't fucking copyright a format. You can't copyright a format.
Oh,
And
so they're being copyright trolls.
Yeah, and it blew up in their face. So like 2 days later, like these guys had over like 2 million subscribers. Within 3 days, they went down almost 1 million. So what ended up happening was they're like, we're sorry, we did not mean to actually attempt to copyright the React format. We just felt blah, 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 and they basically never recovered since.
Yeah. They've been trying to catch up ever since. You know what? My first React video I ever saw was, Doug. It was to Two Girls, One Cup.
Oh, for fuck's sake, dude. Seriously?
It was so funny because Joe Rogan actually watched it and was like, ugh. And he's been on Fear Factor.
Well, no fucking shit.
So that means something. If he goes, ugh.
Oh, damn it.
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, damn
Fear
it, Baldy.
No.
Oh, Two Girls, One Cup?
Shit.
Yeah.
Ian will show you later.
No.
Dude. Or a tripod or something.
Ian will put it
Sorry.
up on his tablet while he watches Pulp Fiction on the TV, okay?
Wait. Is that the movie? Is that the one where like the girls are eating poop and then it's nasty, so they throw it up into each other's mouths back and forth over and over
It's
again?
Two Girls, One Cup, right?
Yeah, not into each other's mouths, into a cup.
Oh. Definitely haven't
then
seen it.
I bookmarked that. Yeah, I mean, I know what you're talking about, but not really. No. But anyway, so what's going on with the super trademark trolls, Ian?
Well, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not much to it.
Okay, what's your next story, sir?
Okay.
What's your next story, bitch?
This is my last one here.
Oh, okay.
AT&T allegedly discriminated against poor people in broadband upgrades.
The hell you say?
Digital redlining leaves poor people with the slowest internet, report says. It's no secret that ISPs can make more money from network upgrades in wealthy neighborhoods than low-income ones. And a new analysis of
What the
Cleveland,
fuck is that?
Ohio, by broadband advocacy groups appears to show that AT&T is following the strategy that National Digital Inclusion Alliance and a Cleveland-based group called Connect Your Community alleged in a report today that AT&T has systemically discriminated against lower-income Cleveland neighborhoods in its deployment of home internet and video technologies over the past decade. Doug's like, fuck those poor people, right?
Come on, man. They live in Cleveland. It's already bad enough.
Yeah.
I swear to you, like me sitting here listening to that story set my battery from 63 down to 18. Like, no fucking joke.
Wow.
That shit came out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck? And now I'm back up to 60. What the fuck?
Oh.
It's a ghost in a shell.
You and your Apple products.
This is like the first time I've ever had that issue with any of my Apple products.
Well, might be the last.
By the
time.
way, speaking of Frankie, hey Frankie, what's up, Frankie?
Hi.
How's that iBook doing?
Sit on my shelf. I might use it as a doorstop.
You motherfucker.
You got enough computers. Your wife's like, no more computers.
You know what? I burned through about 15 of them taking out parts.
What?
Wow.
Oh, he wasn't here for this shit, was he?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, I have a friend who gets like parts and complete systems from a friend of his who actually does system upgrades for people. And he's like, I need to offload a bunch of it because I don't do this anymore. So I spent like 5 carloads going over and getting these parts and these full systems and whatnot. So now I'm building some like really older units from parts. So
A lot of beige is what you're telling us.
a lot of beige.
A lot of
How many hard drives you get out of that?
Dude. At least 30.
What?
Mostly like 40 and 80 gig, a couple 160s.
Ooh.
The idea right now for me is I'm working to build my own home server, and I wanted to make sure that I could build a really beefy system and be confident in doing so, because the last system I had built, I fucked it up. So I'm like, okay, before I go building this fucking system that's going to hold all of my media files, all of my movies, I need to get practice.
Do you know how to set up the RAIDs and stuff?
I'm actually not sure if I'm going to go with the RAID array. I don't know yet. I'm still debating which way to go with that.
You gotta go JBOD.
You have all these small hard drives and stuff that you really can't put much on by themselves. You're going to sort of have to do a RAID if you want to put anything useful on them.
Well, one thing I got was I got a couple. I have a 3 terabyte, 1.5 terabyte as well. So one of the cases I have has 4 hard drive slots. It's not like hot swap or anything, but it's still just 4 hard drive slots. So I have the 3.5 of one, 1.5 another, 500 in the next one down, and like a 250 in the one under it. Assuming that everything goes well, which hopefully it will, I just need to get the right RAM for this particular motherboard that I have in there. I'll be fine off. It'll be 6 gigs total, I think.
I might get an external drive enclosure for this thing and just put a bunch of large drives on it so I can put all my shit on here.
I will say this though, actually. When we switched over to Spectrum here, and they switched over to the better internet with the better price, they actually gave me a brand new modem router. And this fucker actually has a USB 3.0 port in the back of it to supply media files. So I'm like, ah!
Well, I have one from them too, but I asked the lady, and the lady said that the USB port was only for firmware.
My fair Gundam, there are ways around this.
Oh, really? Anyways, Frank, do you have an opinion on that? Did you
about the article?
Yeah.
I say it is pretty shady. It's pretty shady on any company when they offer you something and say, "Yeah, no, you can't have that." That's horseshit. If you want it and you can pay for it, you should be able to fucking get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Do you agree, Nate?
Oh yeah.
Nate says, "Oh hell yeah!"
Okay. Then.
Mac 10.
What about your news articles, Frank?
Well, I'm gonna go with a similar story here, just for consistency's sake here. Since we just got DirecTV, I'm going to talk about them. Their regional sports fees vary wildly, nonsensically by zip code. You can pay more than $87 more per year to watch the same teams as nearby customers. If you're a DirecTV customer who is annoyed by your monthly regional sports fee, get ready to be even more agitated. Depending on what zip code you live in, you can pay anywhere from $0 to $7.29 a month or $87.49 a year to get the same exact sports networks and watch the same exact teams you watch now. News site Consumers published an extensive report about this on Wednesday. DirecTV owners AT&T has not yet explained in much detail why it charges such different fees to customers who receive the same exact service. In the above image, courtesy of Consumers, you can see DirecTV monthly fees in Arizona of $0, $2.47, $5.83, and $7.29. So, thoughts on this, fellas?
That's some bullshit.
I mean, that was one of the reasons we had, like, before they came out with the 10 TV app for Roku, that was one of the other channels we watched was 10 TV and then sporting events because my wife and I both like the Buckeyes. And
sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What's that, Mr. Blue Jackets?
It just reminded me of a funny story. I'll tell you after you're done with the article.
All right. So yeah, it's shitty that if you're just in a different zip code, you might pay a different fee, which is look at that big ass brown spot of $0, and then right next to them you're paying almost $6 fucking. That's retarded. Hell, $8.
Yeah, that is pretty fucked up.
I mean, it's easier to just I'd rather just drive.
All right. Are you into sports at all, Nate? I know I'm not.
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reason a lot of people don't get rid of their cable is like ESPN has more games and shit. We only watch the Buckeyes play. If it's not them, we really don't give a fuck.
See, I would pay all that because, I'm a big Browns fan, Indians fan. I like the Columbus Clippers, the Buckeyes, of course, the Blue Jackets. And I'm also a soccer fan, so I watch the Crew, Manchester United, which would be like Fox Soccer, Mansfield Town, which is completely separate from all that too. So it's like, if there's someone like me who's really into sports too, if I really wanted to go that extra mile to pay that amount of money, they got people like me who are super willing to just do this all day long.
Make it rain, bitch.
Well, yeah, especially since there's even if you take a look at things like Sling and the other streaming apps, things like PlayStation View.
Mm-hmm.
If you want these extra other sports channels, you're paying X amount of dollars more per month because, for instance, the Fox Sports channels are divvied up. So on the lower tier, you have Fox Sports 1. Next tier up, it's Fox Sports 2.
Mm-hmm.
Next tier up is Fox Soccer, and then Fox Soccer Plus, and then blah, 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 depending on what sport you want to go with.
Right.
So not only are you getting fucking ripped off on the low end, most likely these people are even being higher ripped off on the high end as well, depending on what sports they're into.
Yeah, my wife and I have Sling. We end up with the plan that has ESPN just because we won't be able to watch the Buckeyes when they're on ESPN. The Big Ten Network, well, we can go to her parents' house to watch those games, but anyway.
Man, I wouldn't be surprised if come to find out that sports was predetermined, like wrestling. You know.
Well, okay. I got another story, which will raise some eyebrows here. I didn't understand it when I read the headline, so I had to read the article to figure out what the hell was going on. And I said, I'll have to share. Playable ads coming to Windows 10.
Another Windows 10 story. Fucking hell.
Okay. Microsoft revealed the new Playable ads advertisement option on the Windows Dev Center blog today that developers can take advantage of. A preview of the Playable ads feature launched today in the Windows Dev Center. If you have never heard of the term before, you are probably wondering how the ad format differs from other types that are available in Windows 10. Regular advertisement for apps right now usually consists of a text or image link that leads to the Windows Store. Users may then look at screenshots, read the description, comments, and install the app. The issue with this approach, according to Microsoft, is that the content on the store page may not always provide a thorough picture of the application. The user experience may be different from the user's expectation. Playable ads change that. They provide the user with a 3-minute long experience of the advertised application directly in the application the new app was promoted in.
So, what a 3-minute ad? Why would we want that?
Well, it's not just an ad. You basically play with the app for 3 minutes via a server.
Huh?
Yeah, hold on. Well, here's the quote, and then there's the further breakdown of the description. Playable ads are a completely new way for end users to interact with ads and apps. With this capability, end users never leave the current app. The ad click will result in inline expandable app streaming. For 3 minutes, the user can interact with the app as if it's already installed on his or her device. This gives the user time to decide if he or she wants to install the app. At the end of the streaming session, users can click on a link to install the app if the app experience meets their expectations. So instead of they take you to the link to the fucking store and you read the reviews and shit, and then you download it, you click on it, and it pulls the app up.
So you're streaming a video feed from your computer and it's installed on a server?
You're streaming you're streaming the app from a server as though it's natively installed on your device for 3 minutes. You can puss around with it to see if you like it before you install it.
So what's to stop like somebody to uploading a virus onto one of those apps and then taking over the server?
I don't know.
That's just it. There isn't. Da, 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 da.
Well,
Windows
Look,
always working for hackers.
is this supposed to be a good thing or a bad thing, Frank?
This is a new thing. I'm letting you guys decide if it's a good or bad thing. Because most of the
I'm pretty
comments
confused.
when I read this, most of the comments were, "Wait, people buy the fucking Windows apps? I've never even opened the Windows App Store."
Yeah.
Most people don't like
There's
the
Windows
modern
apps.
apps. If you watch Barnacles, he refers to them as modern apps, which are the ones they lock down in their app store.
Trash like a switch. Fucking trash. Don't give me that. Oh my goodness, it's a better user experience. It's fucking trash. Come on. It's
Wait until Apple does it.
trash.
And then you'll say,
Okay.
it's so innovative.
Ding, ding, ding. What were you saying that was good about the Switch, Nate? Let's go.
That it's
Vote.
portable.
What?
That it's portable.
That's portable.
Yeah.
It's portable console.
It's a
Portable like a fucking brick.
Council?
It is portable like a brick. A brick is portable.
Ugh.
What?
That piece of shit is fucking like 2 stories wide.
What? Why is
Imagine how big was the Game Boy? It didn't fit in your pocket.
In your pocket.
But the Game Boy is like at least a quarter of what the Switch is.
Well, let me see.
Bring up the dimensions.
It's almost double the size of the Vita, and people were bitching how the Vita wasn't portable enough. Now all of a sudden the Switch is so portable. Can you fit that fucking monstrosity in your back pocket?
No, I'm saying the original Game Boy. The original Game Boy.
I'm talking in comparison, like the Switch to the Vita. People were bitching about the Vita. I love my Vita. I can actually keep a folio where I keep all my games and my stuff for it. But we're seeing a generation of gamers who like to complain about one thing for one system and then do a complete fucking 180 flip just because they have fucking Nintendo's balls in their face.
So your complaints are that it's
There you go, Nate.
a
Can you
little
see
bit
that?
big.
Let's see. It's bigger than an original Game Boy. What I meant by portable is it has an external battery pack.
Yeah.
As in it's not wired. Not that it fits in your pocket portable. Those are two separate things.
Yeah. Plus,
Most people,
almost
when they
the
talk
same
about
thing.
portable, they talk about being able to fit it in your pocket and go.
Okay.
You can
In
do
that
that
case-
with the DS.
In that case, I'm saying not fit in your pocket portable. I'm saying not plugged into the wall.
Yeah, like it's like a
Like
tablet.
if I had a
kind of,
Super
right?
Nintendo, it was the size of a Super Nintendo, and it had a battery pack, that would be a portable Super Nintendo.
I mean,
Shit, I can go to fucking GameStop and buy one of those ultra portable TVs and fucking hook up a fucking PlayStation 4 to it.
But I mean, this is
That's
pretty much
portable.
like a tablet with controllers on it. What's so wrong about that, Doug? I mean,
Because
just
there are
the
better
size.
tablets out on the market with a better controller than the fucking Joy-Con left that seems to not have a fucking antenna. Somebody cracked open a left Joy-Con. There's no fucking antenna. Zero. 2 fucking feet away from the console. Oh, my left Joy-Con doesn't work. Oh, fucking dead pixels. They said that dead pixels are normal. Normal. What in the fuck? What in the ever loving fuck? When the PSP came out and a small fraction of the systems had dead pixels, everybody was like, oh, it's a fucking horrid disaster. Now you see fucking lines and boxes on the fucking some of the Switch units. Oh, it's normal.
You seem like somebody that's been like hurt, like in a relationship by Nintendo.
See, my thing is, for me, this hurts because I want Nintendo to be great again. I want mid-90s Nintendo back. I want mid-90s Nintendo so bad.
That's what I want to.
They're just intent on holding a gun to their heads and loading and just keep loading.
It's because
This is going to end up...
They rush shit.
Sorry, go ahead.
They always rush shit.
Yes, I agree. And they can't help themselves but to not fuck up. This is going to be just like the Wii. It's going to be super fantastic for the first year until people start figuring out that it's a pile of trash. Just like I said, the Wii was a pile of trash.
Well, Nate, you can admit that the Wii was better. The original Wii was better than the Wii U, right?
I like the Wii U.
You do?
More than the Wii.
Really? See, a lot of people would say the opposite.
You got about the same amount of vaporware. There really wasn't a massive difference in between the two consoles, except for the fact that you had something that was essentially a Switch with non-removable controllers as the major piece of it, which actually cost more than the actual system did to build.
Absolutely, yes. It added to the cost. Absolutely.
You know, the interesting thing about this Switch is that they have you can get the Pro controller, which is more like a PlayStation or Xbox controller. And it's like, why didn't they just, if that's the more professional controller, doesn't that say something that they should have just stuck with that kind of controller?
Because Nintendo is addicted to being different. Oh, the entire home console market's going to discs. I know what we'll do. Let's put out the Nintendo 64. Oh, they're kicking our ass. Well, we should go to disc-based games. But let's put out the GameCube.
That was disc-based.
But it was mini disc-based and had no DVD or CD playback.
Yeah,
you see, I like.
Oh, you want to hear something funny? Funny?
Go ahead.
This is actually funny. So you know how you couldn't play DVDs on the Wii?
Yeah.
What if I told you the Wii's actually capable of playing the DVDs?
Oh, they locked it out? That's something I
They
didn't
locked
know.
it out. They locked it out.
Are you fucking joking me?
I'm not fucking joking.
Only Nintendo could fuck it up that badly.
Yeah,
They locked it.
Yeah, when you soft mod a Wii, you can make it do that.
Yep. And did you know that if you take a GameCube, you know that little disc plate, that plastic disc plate, if you cut that out, it plays regular size CDs. So they absolutely could have gone with regular disc size.
Fucking morons. Fucking morons.
Me personally, I like the micro SD card thing better than discs because they don't get fucked
I
up
will
and
say,
scratched.
I like cartridges. I would
For portable, yes.
for portable, yes. Like
Sorry, go ahead.
they break less than discs. Like
Well-
disc gets scratched, the Blu-ray disc gets scratched, you're screwed. You can't resurface them. Like cartridges are more, and with flash RAM, like, but if it adds the cost of the games, then
Well, but I mean, like they could have flash cards that are larger than the game size, like 64 gigs or something. You could put a huge game on that, and that's pretty cheap.
right.
But the thing is, though, or this is twofold. Number one, for portable, it's minimal. It's a good thing. However, they're making it so they're making the same mistakes that PlayStation did with the Vita. They only have 32 gigs onboard memory. Okay. And if they're gonna end up trying to patch games or have companies that are going to patch games,
Right.
because companies like EA and Ubisoft are going to need to patch games, that's going to fuck with your storage options.
Of course.
That's going to end up being a fiasco eventually. Of course, not now, because how many games are there really for the Switch that aren't fucking trash?
One Zelda.
Exactly. And the fucker doesn't run on some Switches. Have you seen any of that video, by the way?
I have not.
There is a video of like missing textures and like software-based fuck-ups for Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Switch specifically. So and they're like, oh well, there'll be a software update coming soon. But if you're gonna try to put things like for instance Skyrim, how fucked up is Skyrim gonna have to be as far as size wise to work on the Switch? Think about that. Think about how much of a disc size you're gonna need for something like Grand Theft Auto if they ever get it on there.
Well, how big is
These
Skyrim on the computer, Nate?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'm asking you played that, haven't you? Skyrim? Don't
I
you
know Final Fantasy 15 is like 75 gigs.
Oh, wow.
There is no fucking way that they can keep that game cheap and affordable on the Switch. Because Blu-ray discs as a standard right now are cheaper to make than to purchase a card that's going to have extended amounts of storage because you have to
I think
keep options open for updates and patches.
I know of a way they could do it, but not with 32 gigabytes of. They could have like.
That's just onboard memory.
Well, why do you have to stick with the onboard memory? They have that.
Well, they're going to make people have to go with to buy the secondhand SD cards, and also, mind you, once you use an SD card on your home Switch, you cannot use it on any other Switch.
Yeah, I noticed that when I put a portable hard drive on my Xbox, they like make you format that shit to be able to use it for the Xbox. Do you know? Have you noticed that, Nate, with consoles, like in hard drives and shit?
That's for every console, though.
Not every console.
As far as my PlayStation will make you do it too. So, as far as full disc formats.
That sucks because it's like I just want to have all my media on my console sometimes, you know.
on your council.
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 But it's just right now Nintendo's making so many mistakes that people aren't paying attention to because they're too busy doing this to Zelda. Zelda's perfect. Yeah, guess what? Zelda is available on the Wii U, and you know what? The Wii U has more games right now.
It does.
Well, I like the Zeldas that were. What's the most recent like really realistic Zelda game, Nate, that I would be into? Because I'm all about the graphics and stuff.
They had
None.
I was gonna say like they had Twilight Princess on the GameCube.
I thought they had a realistic one though.
You mean the one they made for the Philips CDI?
Yeah, that one. That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah.
Or were they all? Why did they start turning? Because I know they were trying to be realistic with the Nintendo 64 graphics, but then they started turning all. That's when I got turned off by the Zelda games. Was when they started turning to the cell shading and shit.
Oh, they did. Oh, you're talking about the art style, like the Wind Waker art style? Yeah. My cousin didn't like that. Oh, they stopped. They only did that for one series.
Well, that's how the Breath of the Wild game is a cell shaded. It looked like, or whatever.
Okay, guys. So I have one more story.
I thought you had 3. You said.
Yeah.
That's right.
I got one more, and then I'm gonna dip out because I can't sit for trivia, man.
Okay, man.
I'll be hacking. So my last article here, my last piece of business is new bill would let companies force workers to get genetic tests and share the results.
Genetic tests for what?
Under guise of voluntary wellness programs, employees' genetics could be exposed. This is a nice little thing to discuss here. It's hard to imagine a more sensitive type of personal information than your own genetic blueprints. With varying degrees of accuracy, the 4 base code can reveal bits of your family's past, explain some of your current traits and health, and may provide a glimpse into your future with possible conditions and health problems you could face. And that information doesn't just apply to you, but potentially your blood relatives too. Most people would likely want to keep the results of genetics tests highly guarded if they want their genetic code deciphered at all. But as Stat reports, a new bill that is quietly moving through the House would allow companies to strong-arm their employees into taking genetic tests and then sharing that data with unregulated third parties as well as their employer. Employees that resist could face penalties of thousands of dollars. In the past, such personal information has been protected by a law called GINA, G-I-N-A, the Genetic Information Non-Discriminatory Act, which shields people from DNA-based discrimination. But the new bill, HR 1313, gets around this by allowing genetic testing to be part of company wellness programs. So,
What could they possibly gain?
Well,
Yeah.
It's under the guise that if they know about your future problems based on your genetics, that they can offer you help. Because like when I
I totally understand what they're doing. Okay.
Yeah, when I had my employee wellness checkup, they go, well, it says right here that you have this, this, and this, so you need to work on these. Well,
they want to lower their insurance costs.
They want to
so
say,
they're
well,
like
you're gonna do this, this, and this, so you need to work out for this when you have it.
This is some bullshit. Basically they're like,
Hold on, Bullshit Man 2.0. Doug, I want your opinion first.
Wah.
I knew it. Wow. Wow.
What's you doing there, Doug?
Looks like
me
he's
playing a fucking violin for all the whiners out there. Come.
It looks like he's jerking off a violin.
No. Like I actually understand what they're doing. Like
Yeah.
So do
you
I.
guys might.
So do I. I totally get it. I totally get why they're doing it. But let's be honest here.
Let's be honest.
Genetics is only a specific marker, and it's not even a high marker of your human being because people defeat their genetics all the time. The only reason why this may be a problem is if it raises insurance costs for the person who's being tested. That is it. That's the only fucking issue that I would have with it. And of course, the way things are now, they shouldn't be able to discriminate with you on the price of your insurance based upon those genetic markers.
You know, I heard something like the government is trying to make it so that your DNA is going to be like, or genetics is like copyrighted or something, so then they own you.
We own your ass.
God help the earth if they ever make another me.
Well, it's like, you know how they have
me to have that power, Doug.
Did you hear about those cases about farmers getting sued because?
Oh yeah, those got thrown out.
About the plants growing on their fields or whatever, and then they get sued because they owed the copyright to those genetics in the plants or something.
Yeah,
like that.
thankfully it got thrown out.
That did get thrown out?
It got thrown out. No, but this could
They're
affect
growing my weed.
Yeah.
This could affect people like, okay, imagine this. You go to apply for a job and then they're like, okay, we're going to need to sample your DNA. And like, you're like, no problem. It's like, okay, we see that your family has a history of diabetes, heart disease, and this. And that is high insurance costs. So reject it. Before you even apply.
Though. They can't do that. Even if you don't have it right now, that'd be considered a pre-existing condition. That's discrimination. They can't.
That is discrimination.
But they can't.
That's currently illegal.
Yeah,
it is currently illegal. If I'm understanding correctly, that this bill would be able to circumvent that. Because you know how people aren't discriminating against older people because that's a legal right. And you know how people aren't discriminating against disabled people because that's illegal too? Oh, wait, they are. They discriminate against older people and disabled people all the time. If information is available to companies, they will use it.
An insurance company cannot. It's like denying you coverage based on a pre-existing condition. They cannot do it.
I'm not saying the insurance company. I'm saying the employing company.
No, the employer has to provide insurance for their employee.
I think what he's saying is actually denying employment.
In denying employment, yes. Thank you.
I don't foresee that.
Okay.
I honestly don't foresee that. And you know why I don't foresee that? Because Thor told me so, okay?
Okay. I will trust in Thor.
So.
Thor with short hair.
Are you?
Whoa, short hair Thor? Oh, I don't trust that guy.
Yeah, see, short hair Thor.
Weren't they gonna? What's that whole new thing that the Marvel is trying to do? They're doing like a all new, all different Marvel, and then Thor's gonna be like a woman or something.
He's like, I'm quitting unless I can cut my hair.
I thought he was already a frog.
Thor is currently a woman. It's a woman who has the power of Thor.
I would trust the frog Thor, hands down.
Are you gonna see that Ragnarok movie?
Yeah, that's what this is. It's about the new Thor movie.
Okay. Yeah, I want to see that.
By the way, Iron Fist coming soon to Netflix.
You're an Iron Fist fan, huh?
Oh yeah.
But isn't genetics testing expensive?
Well, I don't know.
It doesn't cost that much. It really doesn't.
The genetic test, do you have to shoot a load into a cup or something?
No. Like, swab or whatnot.
Oh, you
like
just do a swab?
You can do like paternity testing at home. I mean, they can. It's getting cheaper than it was before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I still shoot a load into a cup though?
What would you guys think about if they started denying employment based on your genetics?
Well, I think any discrimination is a bad idea.
Well, couldn't this? Yeah, this could be bad, couldn't they?
Unless it's discrimination because you're a pinstriper.
Oh, Or unless you're a ginger.
Yeah, racial profiling would be discrimination would be bad then. If they lead to that.
Well, like, okay, if I was a company and I had to supply health insurance, and I could be like, I'll just cut out all the high cost health insurance people by not employing them. I totally would, because I am an evil bastard CEO.
Yeah, couldn't you discriminate with the intelligence then too, or something?
Absolutely. I'd be like, well, these people, genetically speaking, they don't have a very high intelligence level, so I'm just not going to hire them.
Right. Or like they
that
could
already
A bunch
happens.
of dumb motherfuckers.
couldn't you like me with my vision and stuff? They could be like, oh yeah, you're just have certain kind of disability.
Yep,
Shit, they can discriminate against.
that is correct.
I don't see this ending well.
I don't see it ending well, no.
And it's only March, guys.
And it's only March.
Yeah, Frank was telling us before the show he was throwing up in the garbage can while he was on the toilet. That's what he's been up to.
Yeah, so not all week, but you know.
But,
yeah, well, some jackass in the Arnold gave me something, so I've been battling it for the past couple days myself.
But tell me, do you guys trust short hair Thor?
Not really.
Yeah.
I don't trust short hair Thor.
Dude, this Thor has swords, okay? He has fucking swords.
You didn't tell me he had swords. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm 50-50 now.
No,
I would trust a frog Thor that like
frog, you got Michigan chicken frog, or you got boobs. That's all you get.
I would trust a frog Thor that like wielded the hammer with like his tongue. That would be so cool.
Well, anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and dip out of here because my voice probably isn't gonna make it. And I'm out of beverage, and I've had cotton mouth.
No beverage.
So
no beverage. No beverage.
Yeah.
No
Okay,
beverage.
Frank.
So
You're leaving first time leaving before that.
yeah.
All right.
You'll have no beverage?
Yeah. So you guys got to carry the show. Is there gonna be a title match for you guys? Because Nate really wants his title match. Doug, believe it or not, every episode. Tell Doug it's a title match. I'm like,
well, didn't he win that one time? And he was like, yeah, I took his belt or something.
No, actually, I believe that currently, from the last title match we have, Ian is the title holder.
Oh yeah. Well,
I'm not sure Crystal Pepsi can explode. Oh my gosh.
Did it explode?
No, I've been shaking it and shaking it and shaking it, and nothing.
yeah, they got a giant bin of Crystal Pepsi.
Let's shake it and see if it explodes.
Well, anyway, guys, thank you for having me. It has been fun. I'll
Up until the point that his beverage was gone.
yeah. Now my mouth is just cotton mouth, nasty, and cough, and I can't. If I start hacking and I don't have something to counteract it, I will die. So, and I don't want to cough with the shits. That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
So, you guys have a nice evening. Oh, hey, Doug, did you see the picture of Kyle's wife fist bumping Arnie?
Oh yeah, I saw that. It's cool.
Cool.
Yeah, we need to find out when he's going to come on the show again.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah, you know.
Ow.
We had Arnold Schwarzenegger on the show.
No, what do you mean we? This is not your show, Nate.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh,
You come on once in a while, and it's a we. Okay. Anyway.
Well, hey, you're ducking out.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's Nate's show tonight.
Hey, I started from the bottom, and I'm here. Nate hasn't put up with the blood, sweat, and tears.
And the throw-ups.
And and possibly a brother that won't talk to him for a week on end.
Yeah, what's going on with Ben before you go?
I don't fucking know. I haven't talked to him since I asked him if he was going to be out last week. He said no, and that's the last thing I think I've even talked to him about.
Wait,
he's
does
got
he
some
still have
shit
that
going on.
girlfriend?
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
I don't know. Ian's best buds with him. Find out, man. He doesn't tell me nothing. I didn't know she existed.
Is
So
she
he's
from
like, sorry, man, I'm
Canada?
dating her. Huh? All right, guys. Have a good evening.
you too, man.
All right, I'm out. Later. Thanks.
All right.
Okay.
So, not good. Now we can talk about him.
All right, now that he's gone,
Yeah.
ghost in the shell, ghost in the shell, ghost in the shell.
So,
Oh boy.
Doug, how's that C++ going in the video game and your novels? And
So the novel's doing okay, actually. I got some things worked out in the story that I needed to have worked out before I went any further with it. So it's looking pretty good there. Like I told you before, the game is on hold until I can get some of this other shit rolling and actually get a little bit more traction. Speaking of, I've done a little bit more research as far as opening the gym goes. Hopefully within the next month or so, I'll have a business plan ready to set to go. Currently in the trudges of doing 30 vlogs in 30 days on my YouTube and my VidMe, so gotta come.
check out your Tumblr.
Gotta come, baby. Check out my Tumblr. Check out my Tumblr. Check out Tumblr. 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 Tumblr.
Bands.
Urbans.
Dude, when I get a chance, I'm gonna pull up the original clip that was from that and play it one day from the old show.
Were you there during that
I
That-
think
that
I was.
shoot, Nate?
Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
Yeah. Yeah, he was on a lot more back then.
Yeah.
But
See, I do have a fair ton of shit going on right now. Fair ton of shit.
yeah. Well, so does
I
Frank,
keep
but
my
in a
brain
different
vastly
way.
busy. Huh?
So does Frank, but in a different way.
I swear, I'm gonna get that damn iBook off him. It's going to happen. It will happen.
Why do you want his iBook so bad?
Because I'd rather have a laptop that's actually good quality, and I don't care if it's old. Like, I have built a couple laptops. I've actually seen what's inside these pieces of shit.
Oh, did you want a MacBook or something?
Don't play with my emotions, boy.
No, I had like a MacBook, but I think it was like a 2005. Got it for like $100. My mom would probably rather use a Windows.
You son of a bitch. See, what I'm actually doing right now currently is I'm building these little kind of small, like you know those OEM PCs that are just built in a fucking factory and are like this big, super tiny and shit. That's mostly what I have up there, and a couple like server ones, and just a couple of knockoff ones as well. I've actually cracked open a couple of the Windows ones, and of course they don't have RAM and they don't have a hard drive. So what I actually did is I got a hold of a version of Ubuntu. So I'm loading in some RAM, because I have a shit ton of RAM and a shit ton of old ass hard drives, and just loading that up with Ubuntu. And it's a nice little starter PC for somebody who doesn't want to dish out $300 fucking dollars for something they may never use.
Right.
I just got done building one for my roommate who's never used a computer in her life willingly. Probably going to end up building one for my brother here pretty soon. So yeah, I have a lot of old shit in this office. So
Wait. Can we see screenshots?
Sure. Give me a sec here. I can actually. I'll let you take a live look into the Fortress of Solitude. As a matter of fact, this shit's gonna blow your mind, kid.
Oh,
in the darkness.
It's the secret. Okay.
Going in the darkness.
Looks like Silent Hill right now.
Well, the weird part about this house.
We're not gonna witness a murder, are we?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, that's
The
nice.
weird part about this house is that this room, which is like I call it my sub office, is actually off to the side of the bathroom.
Your meth lab.
Call me Heisenberg. So here's the live look in.
Dang.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All these right here is like the part harvested shit. Everything that's over there is all parts that I have and a couple that I haven't gone through yet.
Where'd you say you're getting all these from?
Buddy of mine.
Oh, really?
He used to make PCs for people who couldn't afford them.
Oh, okay.
But he ended up getting out of the game. So yeah. It's like quite interesting and like possibly the best the best schooling you could ever get working with computers is just cracking them open
Best.
and
Around.
fucking around. So yeah. That is the sub office. I call it the sub office. Because it kind of is like an assembly office, but it's not a real office, let's just be honest here.
It's kind of like a workspace.
I am very hesitant to call it a workshop. I don't think I'd call it a workshop, but
Anyways, Doug placing some would you rather here.
certainly.
Did you want to do the would you rather or the Google game, Nate?
Would you rather? Because I want to answer that question.
You want to
answer would you rather?
Yeah, the current one.
The one is would you rather be a supervillain or a superhero? What do you think most people would say?
Super villain, of course.
Probably.
Yeah, I think people would answer supervillain.
Yeah. Okay.
What is wrong with
26%.
Wow, that's surprising. Urbans.
What's wrong with
Urbans. It's a good question.
Would you rather never have to shave ever again, or never cut your finger toenails ever again?
Shave.
Never shave, yeah.
I don't mind shaving. I hate the feeling when you cut your fingernails like too short or whatever.
Wait. Are they asking would you rather never have to cut them, or would you rather never be able to cut them?
Oh, well, it says overgrown, so I guess they're saying like if you had to let it go, I guess. Would you rather have?
I could not have super long fingernails.
Yeah, shave. Definitely shave.
Yeah. Could I have a long beard?
So we're all saying blue then.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're going first to 15 on this one. Only eat waffle. Oh, okay. If you could only have one for breakfast for the rest of your life, would you rather only eat waffles or only eat pancakes?
Waffles.
Yeah, I'm a waffle guy too. Oh, it was close, but it's 48%. Okay, would you rather never be able to leave your native country or never be able to drive? I would say it's blue. Because
because there's so many people who would never.
I can't drive, so I would say if I could drive, then.
Yeah, I'd say blue.
Who would you say?
I'd say blue.
Yep, 58%. We all got that one. Okay, would you rather only speak in questions or only speak in movie quotes?
Movie quotes. You know they call a quarter pounder with cheese in France?
Well, if you could have a movie quote for every possible scenario, I guess that would be good.
I know it was you. I know it was you.
What do you think, Nate?
Only speak in what? Questions?
Yeah.
I could speak in movie quotes because there's so many movies I could probably say everything.
So we're all going with red.
Yeah.
Yep, 73%.
All right, guys. I'm actually being called away, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and jump out.
Oh, dude, are you serious, man?
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Okay, man.
However, if you end up doing a show next week too, like I think like next Saturday, I don't think I work next Saturday, so that actually ups the possibility of me coming on. So.
Okay, man.
It just might happen. All righty, guys. Nice to see you again, Nate, even though I can't see you.
That's right.
Hey, Nate, we're still talking about him wearing one of those Guy Fawkes masks. Showing him on camera, you know.
All righty, guys. Well, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Peace out. Okay, Nate, I guess it'll just be me and you then.
Yep.
We'll delete Doug here. We all gotta have the same score, so. Okay, if you were hit by a car, would you rather have locked-in syndrome with no cure in sight, or die right when the car hits you?
Locked-in syndrome? With what is locked in?
Locked-in syndrome, not be able to speak or move, only be able to blink, if even that.
Could I control a robot that shot missiles everywhere?
I think you'd have to have one of those things like that. You know, that guy that has that cord hooked up into his head so he could like move around like a mouse cursor and be able to do things on the computer?
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough call. I'd say most people would rather just die.
So, yeah, so like most people usually choose like when you have to choose between like people who are in a coma or whatever, or like who are a vegetable.
It would depend on if there's a cure anytime.
Well, let's say never. So in this scenario, they're saying that there wouldn't be. I think most people would rather just die than be a vegetable, right?
Yeah.
So I guess we're both saying red. Yeah, 80% said they would rather die. Okay. Would you rather be permanently mute or amputate one of your arms? That's a tough one, man.
How much for my arm? The whole thing? I'd probably amputate an arm.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, thankfully they don't specify which arm.
Now, if it's just part of my arm, if I could just like take a little skin off, I'll just take a little skin off.
No, that's saying have your arm amputate one of your arms. That's not what an amputation is.
I know. I'm totally joking, man. Like, you know what I mean.
That wouldn't hold up in court.
Of course it wouldn't.
I don't know, man. I'll say blue. And you're saying red.
Yeah.
Oh. 53% said that they would be a mute. So I got that one. Barely. Okay, if you were in a pinch, would you rather rely on the A-Team or rely on MacGyver? Have you know what both of those are, right?
Of course I do.
Is that a tough question?
Are they saying if all of the A-Team was alive?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd probably go with the full A-Team. As cool as MacGyver is. Because you got a con artist, a mechanic, Mr. T, the muscle, crazy guy.
I would say that the A-Team.
Although they can't hit anybody with a gun.
They can't?
You ever see them shoot?
Well, they did in the movie, I thought. The newer movie.
That was the newer movie.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go with MacGyver.
MacGyver can do anything.
MacGyver doesn't use a gun, but the A-Team can't hit anybody when they do use guns. So here's the real question: MacGyver doesn't use a gun. The A-Team uses guns. Ooh, that's a tough call. Tough call. I'm going with the A-Team. Might be a bad choice, but yeah, A-Team.
Right. Well, they don't specify a scenario, so yeah, I would say the A-Team too. Yeah, 70%.
I've seen Mr. T handle car sales, and he did a bang-up job.
Yeah.
You ever see that show, I Pity the Fool?
Yeah. I remember when he was Mr. T was on the Howard Stern show.
Yeah.
Okay, would you rather ski in the mountains or vacation on the beach?
Vacation on the beach.
Well, I would say that because I don't know how to ski.
I'm saying that because people die in skiing accidents all the time.
So I guess we're both saying red. They have 71%. Would you rather stub your toe or get a paper cut? I'd rather get a paper cut because I can't stand stubbing my toe. That hurts so bad. Like a paper cut, you could just kind of like hold your, like put a Band-Aid on it or something, you know? And it's fine. So I would say blue or red. I'm sorry. What would you say?
I would say paper cut.
Yeah. Oh, we were wrong. It was close though. 51% said they would stub their toe. They're crazy.
A little bit.
would you rather be in a car accident that kills only you, or be responsible for a car accident where you live but your 5 closest friends and family die?
Neither? Probably kills only me.
You would be able to do that for all your friends?
Of course.
This isn't family members. This is just friends.
It says friends and family.
Oh, yeah, it does. You're right. Yeah.
Even if it was just family, or even if it was just friends, yeah.
Yeah, like, that would be hard to live without all your friends and family if you had no one. So, yeah, I would say blue. So we're both saying blue.
No, I just like 5 people's lives over 1 person's life.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, let's see if we can. Do you have faith in people though?
Of course not.
So I mean, we would both want to pick blue, but what do you think most people would say? You think they would?
They'd
kill
probably
themselves?
they might say red.
Okay.
I'd say they would say red.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to have some faith, so I'll say blue, and you're saying red. Oh yeah, there's 88% said that they would rather die than see the other people die. So that's good.
That's good to know.
Would you rather play dodgeball or play Foursquare? What the heck is Foursquare?
There's 4 boxes, and then you bounce a ball in between. And they do like shoe shine and black magic.
Never heard of that.
They can both be fun. I never got to be king in Foursquare, so I would rather play dodgeball.
I think most people would recognize the dodgeball. It's more recognizable, so that's why I would say it. 76%, yeah.
I remember a friend would always only use a Windows PC. Done.
Well, of course, that's what we would choose. Do you think most people are more Windows?
Only use a Windows PC, even though we're on Windows 10 right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, whoa! Take a screenshot of that. Did you take a screenshot of that?
Yeah.
Are you gonna send it to Doug?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay.
You're positive? You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I just totally said that to him.
Okay. Thank you. That makes my day.
Yeah. Would you rather run fast or jump high?
Run fast. Wait. If I could jump high, would it break? Could I severely injure myself when I hit the ground?
Could run faster or jump higher than anyone else. What's that say? I can't even read that.
Yeah. I'm gonna say
Or no, it just said Nike's not included. I would say that no, it wouldn't hurt you.
okay, if it doesn't hurt me, then jump high. But if it hurts me, then run fast.
You have to, so you're gonna choose jump high. Um, I'll choose run fast. Oh yeah,
See, originally I picked run fast.
I'll give it to you. Oh, would you rather have an iPhone or have an Android device? Here's another one.
Android, but people are going to say iPhone because they're dumb.
You think most people are? Well, the thing that a lot of people like about the Apple shit is like they're lazy and they want to have to figure shit out, right?
That's right. And they want everything to work 100% of the time, even if they only get so much of it. So they're going to say iPhone.
They want it to be like kitty proof. You can't.
They want it to be kitty proofed. And they want to have to pay for everything. So yeah, iPhone. And they want to be an elitist.
Yeah.
So iPhone is what they're going to say.
I would choose Bluetooth. Yeah, 58%. Would you rather drink only water and alcohol for the rest of your life, or drink anything other than alcohol for the rest of your life?
Drink anything other than alcohol for the rest of your life. Think about that. That means you could drink toxic stuff too. I'd be drinking poison and rat poison. Poison immunity.
That would probably still kill you in this situation.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'd still drink anything other than alcohol.
Right. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of drunks out there, man.
Anything other than alcohol.
Yeah, I'll choose blue. Oh, you got it. 74%. Okay. During a rowdy boxing match, would you rather have a section of your ear bitten off or lose your 2 front teeth? Ooh. I'd go for ear, man.
Ear.
Yeah. Yeah, 72%. And would you rather live in isolation or face your biggest fear once a month?
What if your biggest fear is living in isolation?
Well, see, you would only have to do that once a month, though.
But what if your biggest fear is the zombie apocalypse?
Well, I don't know these.
They don't give enough info. I'm gonna say red.
Yeah, I think they're just mean more practical things like snakes. If you have to pet a snake or something, if you're deathly afraid of them, or spiders or something, you know.
What if it's about cannibalism or something, or if it's a
non-life threatening thing?
Oh, then red.
Yeah, I would say red too. Yeah, 72%. Would you rather spout a tail or sprout a horn?
Tail, absolutely.
Yeah, don't a lot of in anime, a lot of people have tails or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know this a lot of people are into those bronies, you know.
No, it's like an extra appendage. Think about that.
Right. It would be immune. I would say a tail, probably.
Tail.
Maybe a Saiyan.
Right. I would be
Yeah,
like,
70%.
you better watch out when the full moon comes out.
Yeah. Okay, you're gonna have to get this last one here. Would you rather start every sentence with a quote or with if, or start every sentence with but? Oh, so they're saying. So they're saying, would you rather start a sentence with? Have to start every sentence with if or but. I'd say but.
I'm just gonna go with if to end this.
Okay. You going with if?
I want to go with but I'm gonna go with if just to end this.
Yep, you got it. So we're tied now. Okay, would you rather have to pay to see a female comedian, or not have to, but would you rather pay to see a female comedian or be paid the same amount to be slapped 10 times in the face?
Wait. So I pay somebody money or I get paid the same amount I paid to see them? Oh, I'd rather be paid to get slapped 10 times in the face. Because I love making money. Plus, comedians can be expensive. Like, that's like $5 a slap if you're paying $50.
Well, it says you have no affiliation with the comedian. She is just a random average female trying her hand at comedy.
See, okay, if it's like $10 to see the comedian, that's $1 a slap.
See, this could show what people are kind of sexist, maybe though.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about how much money I could get paid to get slapped in the face.
Well, if it's, I wouldn't do it like if I wouldn't do red if it was only like $10. You know, I wouldn't get paid 10. I wouldn't get slapped 10 times.
Are they saying like hard with like a glove on?
No, you have to get bitch slapped, man.
Oh, like that one? That was totally worth $1.
It was.
Absolutely.
What if you? It depends on who you're getting slapped by, though. That's brown.
Like,
would you get slapped by The Rock or something?
That would have to be like a $5 slap. Like, no teeth are breaking.
They don't specify, unfortunately, but
I'm still going red, just in case.
Okay. I'll say blue.
Just to end this.
Oh, you got it.
$5 slaps wins.
They got 15. He's the winner. Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm going to give you a little golf clap. Man, that's good job.
I would like to thank the Academy. I would like to thank my mom and my dad for putting up with my crap all these years.
Well, I don't know if you want to be thanking your dad right now.
He came and he helped on a cold night and he didn't have to.
That's true.
So I am thankful.
I still feel bad for you, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know you were pretty upset because you sounded upset on the phone and stuff.
I was upset.
You know? Well, what are you going to do? I mean, do you know how to put the hot end in? Like when you get a new one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I was thinking about getting, I don't know what. Have you heard any more about that R2? Because I know that was
It's out.
supposed to be out or whatever.
It's out. It's $1,200.
Really, for the high end one or whatever, not the mini one.
The one that they have on their page is like $1,200. Whereas you can get a refurbished R1 Plus for like $500.
I was thinking, I'm still considering that Flash Forge Dreamer printer. That's like a dual color. That's about $1,000. But I really just want the support. Get it for the supports, Get the dissolve, so you can do the
dissolvable filament. You can put on 2 extruders onto a robo.
Are you going to eventually try to do that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this could give you a chance to try to experiment with that, maybe if you wanted.
I'm going to get this first problem worked out, though.
Yeah. What about the extruder, though? What's going on with that? The extruder and grinder?
I'm still waiting on that, and the 3D scanner thing. Like,
oh yeah, didn't you pay for that already?
Mm-hmm.
You were supposed to get that.
They've been off by a full. They've been off by a full year, and it's by Matterform.
Right.
Like, they're a big company.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty well known for their.
They're pretty scanners. Well known.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Did you see they had a really improved version of that? They had a 360-degree thermal thing for your phone now you could get or something.
Right.
Well, didn't you get? I was meaning to check out to see how cool that was. Didn't you get a 360 camera add-on for your camera for your phone too? Oh
yeah, I have it's a 3D camera, yeah. But see this thing, the cool thing about it is it scans the colors in too. It's a color scanner.
Yeah. No, I thought you got the thing though, so you could do 360-degree video or whatever.
Oh, you mean the one with the 2 cameras?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like 2 of those.
Yeah, I was meaning to check out to see how cool it looked. But anyways, I don't know. Is there anything else you're going on in your life before we end this year?
Some stuff.
Some stuff?
Yeah, some stuff.
Personal stuff?
Yeah, stuff.
How's your girlfriend doing?
Good. That's going very good.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. But I am the... Was that a title match?
Well, I don't know. He really didn't.
Gosh dang it! It wasn't a title match. This show's over. End it. End it.
Well, you can say, yes, this is a
Oh, yeah.
match.
Check out my Tumblr.
No, you're saying that it's a title match, aren't you?
You were the title match holder.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's right. He said it. So I guess it was a title match. So you have the title now.
I have the power.
We should. Doug. Doug should have gave you the bet. Should have mailed me his belt, so I could had to give it to you then.
That's right.
All
right.
But I do have to bow. You're the
title match
holder. We're not worthy. You're the champion. Good job, man, and thank you for coming on the show.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
No
problem.
For taking the time. I guess we'll see you on the flip side.
Check out my Tumblr.
Check out my Tumblr. Check out my Tumblr. I'll never have a Tumblr, dude. They're pretty pathetic, aren't they?
I don't know. There might be a really good Tumblr out there. When I find one, I'll let you know. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to look for a good Tumblr one of these days.
Well, it's okay. That's okay if I don't hear from you on that.
I'll let you know in 20 years, the day before they shut down.
Yeah, by that time it'll be shut down. Anyways, it's and this. Shot Ahsoka.
And we're clear, right?